everyone, Wayne here with Metal Shell, and today I'm going to be reacting to Vanilla Paste by the band Tallah. Now, Tallah just released their debut album last October, and they already are spoiling us with new music, so I'm really excited. I heard the new stuff's going to be great. I heard somebody said it's like the Bohemian Rhapsody of new metal, so we'll see. I'm very excited to hear it though. Now, the band, if you don't know, are kind of like a modern metalcore take on the new metal genre, popular in the 90s. Bands like, they sound similar to bands like Slipknot and Korn, but with a much more modern twist. They have some straight up beatdown breakdowns like Knocked Loose and other popular hardcore bands right now. So they kind of just fused everything I love about this genre and everything that's really cool right now. A lot of cool stuff bands are doing. Their last album had a really cool storyline start to finish. So I don't know if they're going to keep doing that, but maybe we can get a little bit of an idea from this track. So I'm really excited, so I am going to jump on in. This is Vanilla Paste by Tallah. Gnarly visuals already. That was really cool. That was very theatrical. This song seems to be all over the place already. I don't know if the song's gonna actually run 6.5 minutes, but the YouTube video at least is. So let's keep going. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. That's a feature. I didn't notice it just now. Cool. Hide your kids, hide your wife. So good. So dope. This is insane. This is awesome. This is just everything I already liked about the band times 100. This might be their best song to date. That sounds like something crazy is about to happen, so I'll just continue right now. Insane. Wow. That was the fastest 6.5 minutes of my life. Wow. So, I recognized the vocalist from Fire from the Gods, but I actually didn't know anyone from Chelsea Grin or Guerrilla Warfare were going to be in this. I'm not familiar with Guerrilla Warfare, but I'll have to check them out after this. That was awesome. The band's never featured anyone else, so that was a surprise. When I paused the video one moment, I saw there was 3 features, and I was like, oh, okay. But wow, that was worth the hype. I listed Tallah as one of my top 10 bands I believe are going to take over the entire scene for the 20s, 2020 onwards. We've hardly started, but they made a huge impact with their 2020 album, Matriphagy, I think is how it's pronounced. And seems like I was right, and that was just the beginning. I'm so excited for their future material. This looks like it's going to be great. I love how dynamic the track was with or without all the features. The features added a lot to the song, but I'm glad they were there, but it didn't even need them. It was already so dynamic alone, just in such a dynamic vocalist, and the rest of the band, of course, killed it instrumentally. That was even better than I expected. That was great. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on Tallah. I've recently subscribed to their Patreon. I highly recommend you do it as well. They are the top band right now when it comes to content for their fans and actually utilizing Patreon as a source of not only just a source of income for the band, but to strengthen the community that the band is trying to develop. And it's extra perfect for them because they just have so much behind the scenes stuff. They have the storyline from the last record. They have Justin does vocal covers. The band does playthroughs of songs. It's really cool. The band is just establishing they're establishing not just the community, but they're establishing a flow of content. They really, just not just a flow of content, but just content in general. They have so much going on. And I think it's stuff people do like to see bands do, especially bands with a strong fan base. So I think it's great they're doing that. And that song just had everything. I think the chorus is top 3 they've ever done, if not their best. I think the verses were really heavy. I'm glad they're staying so heavy. That's so great. It's my favorite material from a band is typically that second album that takes a previous sound and defines it. Like I really like Motionless in White's Graveyard Shift album because I feel like they took everything that they learned from Reincarnate, how it was just so much more professional and it was well produced and the songwriting was so strong. And then they re-added the aggression from their past albums. It was a really defined album and cohesive and diverse. And they just seem to, at least in my opinion, kind of solidified and mastered their previous sounds and combined it into one solid entity. Tallah's doing that right now. If the material stays this tight for this next album cycle, they've took everything from their first record, which a lot of it was written very quick. They got Justin in the band and pretty much did a live show immediately after the EP was written like that, which is impressive in its own right. But if they've really in the last couple years just really figured out exactly what they're going for and mastered their sound, they're in good shape, and we're in good shape as fans because this is sounding great. I love the music video too. They kept some of that VCR creepiness from their old music videos. It was a little bit more subtle, but it was still there. And then it was great seeing the full band. We got to see everyone, all the Neewer members in the music video, and that was great. It's probably my favorite music video from them yet. Maybe favorite song yet. I mean, that was only my first listen. I'm still going to have to digest the track to really get into it, but I thought it was fantastic. Awesome. 12 out of 10. But yeah, that was Vanilla Paste by Tallah. Like I said, keep an eye on them. They're one of the bands I think are going to completely define this genre, or the scene actually. Doesn't matter what genre. You can add anything remotely considered this metalcore scene. And yeah, Nucore is great. They're killing it. They have everything that made all those older bands great, my favorite bands, and just added this modern twist to it that's just, it's so great. Vanilla Paste by Tallah. All right. If you liked what I had to say or like the type of bands I listen to, please subscribe. I'll be doing this much more often. I'll be doing some more reactions. Check out metalshell.net. I upload reviews, interviews, articles. I do a lot of track-by-track reviews of full albums. I do that all on my website, metalshell.net. Check it out. I'll throw a link somewhere, and see you next time. Thanks for watching, and good job, Tallah. You guys are killing it. See ya.